here's the Sleaze with Fram.
Well, there was something else that happened over the weekend, Barnes. Outside of the Super Bowl, crept up on us, the Critics' Choice Awards.
It did come out of nowhere.
And I'll tell you the big surprise, Anora wins Best Picture. Emilia Perez, Wicked, The Substance, took home 3 awards. Adrien Brody wins Best Actor for The Brutalist, and guess who's on a streak? Demi Moore winning Best Actress for her work in The Substance.
Thank you to the Critics' Choice. When I started this journey on this film, I could never have imagined being here. This is so far beyond anything I could have hoped for. The very recognition, not just for me, but for what this film is about, what it's trying to convey. Your acknowledgement is almost like the elixir. It is the healing balm to the very issue the film brings forward. And I am so grateful for anybody out there who is still on their journey, still struggling to find their way, trying to get a script made or whatever it is that you do. Because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it isn't happening. So just stick with it and know that dreams do come true. Thank you so much.
Yeah, also Zoe Saldana wins for Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez, and Kieran Culkin wins for A Real Pain. He wasn't in attendance, though. I'll tell you who also did not hold back, Barnes. Chelsea Handler, the host, got a little montage of some of her magic during the show.
I didn't think she was up at the Nikki Glaser level.
Not as funny as Nikki, but obviously very confident.
Yeah, she came in with a couple of good zings.
This is my 3rd time hosting, which makes it my 2nd longest relationship. My first being with a former head of this very network. Shout out to Ted Harbert. That was back when it was still cool to sleep with your boss. Not so cool anymore. From Ariana to June, I mean, wow. This year, to succeed, you had to either survive Nickelodeon or World War II. I saw that documentary, and Nickelodeon looked harder. Nicole Kidman in Baby Girl, face down in a carpet. I know it wasn't a musical, but you definitely hit some notes that I've never heard before. But it wasn't only musicals this year. We also had movies for straight people. Colin spent 4 hours every day transforming into the Penguin. So now we know how long it takes to make Colin Farrell unfuckable. But honestly, I'd still hit those flippers.
That might have been the best one.
I do have to say, though, she addressed the elephant in the room, the first person to do this, with mentioning Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
I want to acknowledge that we've been through a lot lately, not just here in Los Angeles, but our entire country. Waking up every day, not knowing what news we're going to hear that will disappoint or horrify us. So it is important in times like these to have a distraction. And that's why I want to personally extend my gratitude to Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively for providing us with that distraction. I'm grateful. I think we're all grateful. And I think we're good. I think everybody in this room, no matter whose side you're on, we can all agree to accept that there's probably not going to be a sequel.
Oh, in the next Sleaze, we're going to do a little bit more of Chelsea Handler because she was on with the Call Her Daddy podcast. Barnes, I want to know if you agree with this rant that Bill Maher had, his beef with the NFL games airing on streamers.
What's so bad about streaming football, you ask? Well, okay, for one, I used to be able to switch between 2 games in just a second. Just 1 second by hitting previous on the remote. Thank you. On YouTube TV, I have to go back to the homepage, go to sports, go to NFL, then scroll across to find the second game you want to check on. Wait for the circly thing to calm down. When football first started moving to streaming, I thought, well, okay, at least I'm lucky enough to afford all the channels I'll need. Too bad for you if you're not. Sucks to be you, get a 3rd job. But okay, streaming it is. At least there'll be no commercials. No. plenty of commercials. So there's no way to tell where the commercials end and the action resumes. The start of the third quarter, it's harder to find than the G-spot. And lest you think this is only a boomer bitching, no, I checked Reddit. Kids of all ages hate this shit.
He's pretty right.
Back in the day. Barnes, have I got some news for you?
What?
No one's been talking about Landman Season 2, but it was spotted on the production list on the Film and Television Industry Alliance website. And all these internet sleuths are now posting that it has been listed. Yeah, they're going to start filming February 28th in Fort Worth.
There's no way they couldn't do a second one.
Of course. Now, did you finish?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't have 20 minutes left.
Barnes.
I know, I need to go back. I just was holding it. It's like I'm holding on to a good thing.
Can we break it down when you finish?
Yeah, I'm
I
close.
mean, Landman
I'll do
is
it.
so good.
I'll do it this week.
I forgot to ask, are you a Maher of Kingstown fan?
I started it and got hung up. Leslie, there's too many things to watch on too many streamers.
Okay, well, you know I love the show. Jeremy Renner. Season 4 has cast
4?
Edie Falco.
Wow.
Yeah, Edie Falco, Lenny James from The Walking Dead, and Laura Benatti from Younger and No Hard Feelings. Edie Falco is going to be Anchor Bay's new prison warden.
Oh, that's a perfect casting.
Don't you think? Absolutely. And obviously, I know you don't care about this, but I'll talk to your wife, Heather, about this. Emily in Paris returning for Season 5. Everyone's wondering if Lucas Bravo, Gabrielle, will be back. Remember, he trashed the show.
But isn't this the whole thing? They're going to Italy now?
Well, they were in Rome because she has, Marcello. But yeah, Gabrielle is coming back.
Thanks for
how's he going to
letting
leave
me know.
that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. I did see this, which I thought was very cool. Molly Ringwald reuniting with Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, Anthony Michael Hall. 40 years after The Breakfast Club. Everybody got together except Emilio Estevez didn't show up. But did you see that? They did this discussion at MegaCon in Orlando.
She has seemed to want to distance herself from all of that. She didn't go in the What's-His-Name's documentary last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why is that?
Well, she was back for this.
Yeah, it seems like she's been, except for this, wants to stay away from it.
Well, they said, where do you think the characters might be today? And this is really funny. Judd Nelson, who's now 65, said, I think Bender is clearly the principal of the school.
No, totally.
Ali Sheedy said, I think Allison would have ended up being a writer, maybe a professor, something intellectual. And, of course, finally, if it was Ringwald's idea that got the biggest reaction, I think that Claire probably got married a few times and maybe decided she liked women. Her kids are all grown up, whatever. Got a big laugh. But yeah, back together after 40 years, The Breakfast Club. That's your celebrity sleaze.
YouTube personality Benny Johnson has cracked the code on a new era of newsmaking.
Very controversial, very strong opinions. A person who speaks truth fearlessly, breaking for nobody.
It's a new cultural landscape.
We're not trying to politicize this. People are primed now, and forgive me, dude, it is what it is. Here's what's going on in your country, bro.
The Benny Show.
Get ready if this is something that you needed to put a little pep in your step. No? Yeah? Okay.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.